playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30. 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. And before the snap here, we've got a timeout by the offense. It's their first of this first half, and they'll get together and talk this one over. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
Here we go.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's Kaiser out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The slot man in motion right. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. They'll run it here with Logan. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, Kaiser escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Braxton Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Newton now on second down. And that is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Newton. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Well, now they'll try the end around. And some room to work. And he is knocked down from the side. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
On 3rd down. That's Morris, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Play action. It's Newton. Out to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. To throw on 3rd down. Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good, because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To throw is Kaiser. Looking left sideline, incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And it's 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So the D-line's going to spread out. On the carry, it's Logan. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, Kaiser. Forced out to his left. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. Final play of the half. Kaiser eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Second down following the run. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. To throw on second down, Newton. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They need just a yard here, and it's 3rd and 1. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down.
And while it's highly unusual for NFL teams to think about using their quarterback on key 3rd down runs, none of those teams, save one, has Cam Newton. He's unique, one of the biggest quarterbacks you'll ever see. Give him the ball. Let him pick it up.
Newton now to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton steps in, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Newton. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. On first down, Abdullah. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. After the run, Newton going to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to drop him. And his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
That'll be taken in the end zone. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Flex round! Let's go! 1, 9,
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
On first down, Murray. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Miller in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a third and about 13. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Kaiser to throw it. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And now it's 2nd down. To throw again. Newton. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Jordan Willis in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. Off play action. Newton. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right on the 30. Excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Williams. And down to the 36-yard line here. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. Miller in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there. Gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Miller in motion right. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he'll send the tight end in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. So they get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Miller in motion right. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. In motion left, the tight end. Now a 2nd down run for Murray. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeMarco Murray, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Gets fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quick.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now it's Newton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Shift together here from the D-line. Now they send the tight end in motion left. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeMarco Murray with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline now for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Arizona, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here